My mother has been in a wheelchair for years. She lost her ability to walk after a terrible accident when I was just 12. My father left soon after, unable to handle the pressure. From that day it was just me and her, a son and a mother surviving on nothing but love and faith. She used to say, "Even when life takes away your legs, don't let it take away your kindness." That saying became her identity. Everyone in our neighborhood adored her, not out of pity but because of the strength she carried in her broken body. When I met my wife, Sandra, I thought I had finally found someone who would see the world the way my mother did, with compassion. But I was wrong. Sandra was kind at first. So were her parents, at least on the surface. But after our marriage, little cracks began to show. They often made snide comments about my mother's condition. Her father once said, "If your mother hadn't been so careless, she'd still be walking." Her mother would laugh and add, "At least you'll never have to worry about her running around causing trouble." Each time my heart broke a little more. I wanted to defend my mother, but she'd squeeze my hand and whisper, "Michael, don't create trouble. Just let life speak for you." Then came the day that changed everything. My job required me to travel for 3 months to another city. I was hesitant to go, but my mother insisted. She said, "Go, my son. You've worked hard for this promotion. I'll be fine." Sandra promised to take care of her while I was gone. I trusted her. After all, I thought love meant trust. But love doesn't always mean mercy. 2 weeks into my trip, my mother's voice began to sound weaker over the phone. She always said she was fine, but something in her tone felt off. She'd pause often, whispering as if afraid someone might hear her. Then suddenly she stopped answering my calls altogether. When I asked Sandra, she said, "Oh, she's just resting. You know, she gets tired easily. Don't worry, I'm feeding her well." But something deep inside me told me otherwise. When I returned home after those 3 long months, what I found shattered me completely. The first thing I noticed was that the living room looked different. My mother's wheelchair wasn't there. Panic rushed through me. I ran to her room. She was lying on the bed, frail, her eyes hollow and her hands trembling. Her face lit up when she saw me, but tears followed instantly. I asked, "Mom, where's your wheelchair?" She broke down. Through tears she whispered, They took it away." I couldn't breathe. "Who?" "Your in-laws," she sobbed. They said it made the house look ugly. That a wheelchair in the living room makes guests uncomfortable. They said I should try crawling, to build my strength again." My vision blurred. My heart started pounding so hard I thought I might pass out. She continued, her voice shaking, "For 3 months, Michael, 3 whole months, I crawled from the bed to the bathroom, from the kitchen to the porch. Sometimes I couldn't make it. I'd just lie there until I could catch my breath. They'd laugh and say I was lazy." At that moment, something inside me broke. I stormed downstairs. Sandra and her parents were sitting at the dining table, laughing as if nothing had happened. I didn't recognize myself anymore. "Where is my mother's wheelchair?" I demanded. Sandra rolled her eyes. "Michael, don't start again. It's not a big deal. We just—" Her father interrupted, "You should thank us. We were helping her toughen up. You treat her like she's made of glass. We were trying to make her stronger." My fists clenched so hard I could feel my nails cutting my skin. I said quietly, "Stronger? You made a disabled woman crawl. You called it tough love, but it's cruelty." Her mother stood up, waving her hand. "Oh, stop being dramatic. She's fine. She's alive, isn't she?" I didn't reply. I just walked out. I found the wheelchair in the garage, covered in dust and spiderwebs. I cleaned it, brought it back inside, lifted my mother gently and sat her down in it. She cried into my chest, whispering, "Why do people hate what they don't understand?" I didn't have an answer. 2 weeks later, Karma spoke. Sandra's parents were driving home from an event when their car was hit by a speeding truck. Both survived, but neither of them walked again. Their legs were shattered in multiple places. When I got the news, I felt no joy, just silence. My mother wept when she heard. She told me, "Never rejoice in someone's pain even when they caused yours." But life has a strange way of teaching. Months later, when they were discharged from the hospital, I saw them for the first time in wheelchairs, the same chairs they once called ugly. Their eyes couldn't meet mine. Their pride was gone. Their voices were quiet. One afternoon, their nurse brought them to my house to apologize. They were crying, shaking. Her father said, "Michael, I understand now. I used to look down on your mother, and now I see what she lived with every day. I'm sorry." My mother smiled softly, tears in her eyes, and said, "Life has its own way of teaching lessons." That moment, the air in the room changed. No anger, no vengeance, just the weight of truth. Now, every time I see them roll down the same ramp I built for my mother years ago, I remember her words. "Don't pray for revenge, son. Pray for understanding. Karma never forgets. It just arrives when you least expect it." And when I push my mother's wheelchair past theirs, I can feel it, the quiet justice of life. Moral lessons. Cruelty disguised as pride always invites karma. The pain you cause the helpless will one day revisit you in a form you cannot escape. True strength isn't in walking, it's in how you treat those who can't. Never mock another person's struggle. Tomorrow might make you live it. Kindness is the only wealth that never fades, and cruelty is the only debt that always gets repaid. If this story touched you, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.